your children, and your children's children God's ways.
So these are my notes. I'm going to read off the screen like I've been doing this whole time from the beginning. I tried, if you go and listen to the book of Micah, I was trying to read off of my own writing, and the whole reading pattern sucked. Okay, so let's stick to this. So what I do is that I make my notes and then I type it into the screen, and then I read it from the screen here. It's much easier for me to go, okay, and this, that. Because if you listen to the book of Micah, you could see that I was reading my own notes because I was struggling reading my own handwriting. And it's not too bad, but it's just that I'm so accustomed to reading from the screen that I tried the book and it didn't work out. And I don't like the way it turned out, but I left it. Okay, so this is the book of Nahum. Oh, I got to turn off the stove. Hang on a second. Okay, thanks for waiting. I had to turn off my stove. Okay, so now the book of Nahum is from the Old Testament, right? So we're just focusing on the destruction of Nineveh. Now remember when Jonah, who with the big fish swallowed him, and then he tried to run away because God told him to warn the people of Nineveh to stop the wickedness or he's going to destroy them. But the thing is that Jonah got to them and they all repented, right? This is after now. Now they've gone back bad again, and now that you're going to see something. So keep in mind that Jonah stopped the people and made them repent, and everything was fine, and God pulled away his wrath. Now back in, I wrote it down somewhere. Where did I write it down? On, I believe 625 BC, something like that. Excuse me, I lost my train of thought. Nahum. Now, in his time now, Nineveh went back to their wicked ways. And God busted them up. So, okay, so now, as I put here, the book of Nahum is from the Old Testament, right? So it focuses on the destruction of Nineveh. Now, didn't Jonah fix this? Yes, he did. Did they listen? Or maybe it's a new generation, I'm not sure. But they know they're not, after they repented, they messed up. So this is in the capital Assyrian Empire. Okay, so the proclamation of God's judgment against Nineveh in Assyria. Nineveh is known for cruelty, oppression, and especially towards Israel, right? So the declaration of God's justice prevail against the wicked city, right? So what it does is that God's anger against those who perpetrate violence and injustice, right? So so the thing is that the idea of this is that God holds a nation accountable for their actions, right? This time he's doing it. So Nahum uses powerful language to describe the destruction of Nineveh, right? Now it paints a picture of the downfall of Nineveh, as I said before, and I keep repeating it. Remember when Jonah went and fixed it, and now they're back to their old nasty ways, and now God is gonna destroy it. Now, they said the book was written before Nineveh in 612 BC, making it a true prophetic word. But it goes by what it stands for. It's just a short story, but it's just basically what it is that you were warned. You did well the first time. Everything was fine. I guess it's another 1 or 2 generations, I believe. I'm not really good on the the from 8 BCE to 625, because that's where it was made. When this thing was made at 625 BC. I don't know if it's before 8 or after, but I think this is after Jonah made them repent, and now we're back to their old thing. So this can't be the same people. It can't be the same people when Jonah warned them. This got to be like the grandchildren or whatever, right? And they starting havoc again, like this one, like right here in this world. So God's justice and wrath was definitely put on Nineveh, and also through God's wrath, there was a destruction of oppressive powers. Because remember, when Jonah warned them, they were oppressing poor people, the wealthy and the powerful, and they repented from kings right on, right? From kings to small, remember, right? And then now the oppressive powers end up doing the same thing again that God warned them from the first time. Now they are oppressing again, and God destroyed Nineveh and the destruction of oppressive powers, and the sovereignty of God's over God's nation. So the book of Nahum, right, is a declaration of God's judgment against a violent and oppressive empire, right? Demonstrating God's justice will ultimately prevail. So this is a short story, but I just wanted to share that with you, that they were warned before, and God took pity on them. And the second and the third, this is what happens when you don't teach your children God's ways, right? Because if I have children, obviously I'm going to teach them my ways and then tell them to teach their children and so on and so on. But we're not doing that. So now the first generation was warned and they repented, everything was fine. Then they had children, and then their children had children, and then their children's the one that's causing the problems, like what happened in this world. So God had to destroy Nineveh, you see. You understand what I mean? Like completely destroy them and cut down the oppression of the wealthy and the power, because the same bull crap started all over again. And that's it. Thank you.